He said, so, like, have you met an SP? I looked at him, you know, and I thought, oh, what a beautiful thing, because maybe one day it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day it will be that. Wow, SPs, like, they'll just read about those in the history books, you know? We are the authorities on getting people off drugs. We are the authorities on the mind. We are the authorities on improving conditions. Criminon, we can rehabilitate criminals. Way to Happiness, we can bring peace and unite cultures. I do what I can, and I do it the way I do everything. There's nothing part of the way for me. It's just...
I leaked the Tom Cruise tape. My name is linked to it immediately. I get frightened and take it down. Anonymous thinks Scientology has taken it down, and they launch attacks on Scientology. Now, mind you, they're right, because the next day the video was up and taken down everywhere by Scientology, but initially what they were responding to was me taking it down. So I felt guilty.
Hello, leaders of Scientology. We are Anonymous. Over the years, we have been watching you, your campaigns of misinformation, your suppression of dissent, your litigious nature. All of these things have caught our eye. With the leakage of your latest propaganda video into mainstream circulation, the extent of your malign influence over those who have come to trust you as leaders has been made clear to us. Anonymous has therefore decided that your organization should be destroyed. For the good of your followers, for the good of mankind, and for our own enjoyment, we shall proceed to expel you from the internet and systematically dismantle the Church of Scientology in its present form.
Because this very scary video from Anonymous was leading to lots of phone calls, prank calls to the orgs, and all of these poor young Sea Org members who were answering the phones must have been scared out of their wits, because I was scared watching this faceless video with the anonymous voice. So I thought I have to do something here to. So I came home late from work at the TV station where I was working. It was like 2 in the morning, and I've seen this video, and I said I have to say something. So I turned on my webcam and I recorded a little message to Anonymous saying,
"Hi, this is Mark Bunker from Xenu TV. I've been hearing from a lot of members of Anonymous and a lot of other people asking me, well, what do you think about Anonymous? And I thought it was kind of important to talk about this.
Don't break the law, because they're going to use it to tar and feather critics. They're going to link it to us somehow, and they're going to, attack you viciously, because that's what they do. They say, okay, this gentle little soul is a monster, so you got a group that's making a scary video. They're just going to go after you, and it's not going to be good."
Hey, let's give our friend a little surprise from the back. That's going to be interesting.
You're trespassing.
Hey!
Trespassing. You're under arrest for trespassing.
No.
You're under arrest for trespassing.
Hey, guys!
You're under arrest for trespassing.
Hey!
Because for each of us that falls, 10 more will take his place.
Which is great, unless you're that one person who falls. And I always worry about that. We've seen this situation where several people from Anonymous have gone to prison over these pranks of shutting down websites. And that's an awfully big price to pay for taking down a website for a few hours. Anonymous, I think, is right in the fact that this drew a lot of attention to Scientology. So in that regard, it may have been beneficial. It may have been a worthwhile cause. But it's the type of thing where I do worry about those individuals who pay such a huge price, they may not be aware of what they're getting into. So that was the impetus for doing that initial video, to say, be careful, speak out about Scientology, protest it, educate people, but don't break the law. And
It was very.
that message was heard and understood for some reason. I made the video and I thought, they might just attack me. They might just say, hey, shut up, what do you know? But they responded to it, and almost overnight kind of changed their direction, and they started calling me Wise Beard Man, which is flattering and not necessarily true, but it was amusing. So that moniker happened.
Anonymous happens, all hell is breaking loose for the church, for Old Guard. I actually invented the term Old Guard. On Xenu.net, I wanted a quick, fast way to separate critics who had been active before Anonymous from Anonymous, so I called us Old Guard. It stuck immediately. We all needed something to differentiate the two camps, and yet we wind up protesting together with these genius anonymous protests.
So Anonymous starts protesting, and there are 10,000 people around the world protesting, and thousands of people were in LA outside the org. You were inside. What was that like?
There are layers under Big Blue, the complex, which are a labyrinth of tunnels. Many people don't realize how many subterranean levels. The morgue and all the dead bodies for autopsies were down, down, down. This was an old hospital. But there are these layers. So one thing the church did not want people to see is David Miscavige beats people. Go to Xenu.net. Ooh, go to Xenu TV. Ooh. So there was a drill which would defy reality and the speed it was implemented. Soon as Anonymous people came, everybody was siphoned off in certain, if you had to go to dinner or whatever, you no longer could come out of the building and cross the road. You weren't allowed to surface on the streets at all because the signs were not supposed to be read. So you went down, and then you went down a flight of stairs, and then you went to a subterranean, and then you went through the tunnel. You can go from AOLA to the main building completely subterraneously. We were ushered like sheep. It was like it was a drill, like almost like a fire drill or something, and you were pushed, and the line was made, and you shuffled along like cattle. But that meant, and we all knew as public, Anonymous is outside. So we went under the ground, under these levels, and then came up the other side, and security were there and everything. So it was a well-polished operation, and it could be implemented within 60 seconds of they would actually drill it. Like, instead of going to bed at night, they would drill how they would push you and what line you'd go in and stuff.
So what did they explain to you about, what Anonymous was?
Well, first of all, these were hired guns, paid daily. The pharmaceutical companies, so angry, the deadly pharmaceutical companies that make their money by the psychiatrists that buy their pills and prescribe their pills. The pharmaceuticals so angered at the success of the church's whistleblowing on paid. Most of Anonymous got, you know, £50 a day, if you're in England, $100 a day. But these were just hired guns on the payroll. There was no spontaneity of some protesters rising up.
Excuse me, are you here to marry Barney in some sort of weird, disgusting ceremony that with your video game character best man?
Me from the castle.
Oh, the castle. Yeah.
Later I found out that really anonymous simply means, see, I can't be anonymous because I'm outed as Karen de la Carriere, so I'm no longer anonymous. But virtually, you can come out of the church tomorrow and be, as long as you're completely hidden, you are anonymous.
You can be in the church and anonymous.
You can be in the church and anonymous. I want to tell you, Mark, that Anonymous has a lot of lawyers. You must know this. It has a lot of good Catholics who hate abortion. The Vatican has called the church a demonic religion. A religion that orders the slaughter of babies in the eyes of the Catholic Church. It is demonic. It's evil. But lest somebody think these are a bunch of school lawyers who like to just jerk off on the keyboard and all. No, I've got to know many of Anonymous, and I am amazed. Writers, journalists, media, lawyers.
Okay, she will not remove the mask, I can guarantee you that, and you will get in big trouble.
That's fine. All right, give me first. Turn around, man. I'm going to place you under arrest.
No, way.
Don't do this.
Please don't do this. Hey, listen.
Sir, step away.
Very loyal Catholics, Jesuits, different.
I've met police officers. And
I think, okay, have a chat with him.
I asked you to reduce
He's a cop. Yes.
Office of Special Affairs are so worried about Jeff and me, they impersonate us on Anonymous. I never read the site, so I don't know. But I hear someone goes as Karen number 1 and Jay Swift. And I've got a lot of friends in Anonymous. Scientology, first of all, you keep saying Scientology. Scientology is just a text in the red books. It's the Church of Scientology that really is the malevolent thing. Scientology is simply text, the script in the red volumes. Now, the Church of Scientology will do anything, break any law. Push the envelope.
What's your name? Marty, let's take a look at the folder. You can't touch him, Marty.
Go to the edge.
What are they being arrested for?
Let him go! Let him go! Let him go! Let him go!
Hire despicable characters.
Who are you?
I am a member of Anonymous.
You're a man that walks up to my family with a mask on his face. I'm going to take issue with that, okay?
Dirty PIs who are friends of normal, blah, 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 blah. Anything to have good public relations. It wants this virginal image of goodness, benign religion, saving the planet. But isn't it incredulous how they will do anything for good PR? And what is their PR, Mark?
It's crap.
It's radioactive.
Yeah.